Fish farming is growing and it is the most important source of protein for human consumption. Fish farming is the rearing and raising of fish in a confined and controlled environment where you put the fish in the pond, you give them feed, you manage the pond very well till you harvest them. This can be very lucrative if done right. This video we shall take you through how to be successful in fish farming as a beginner. Fish farming is very interesting, but only if you get the right information or right knowledge that you will enjoy the successfulness of fish farming. It is very simple and with limited or small space, you can grow fish, unlike other type of animal production. Fish farming has several benefits. We raise fish as food. We also raise fish as source of income. We also raise fish as source of motivation and inspiration. And the nutritional value of fish is very important. And we can consume fish in several ways. That is, smoked fish can be consumed. We can smoke fish and consume, or we can grill some fish nicely and consume, or just decide to consume the fish raw like that. Let's listen to this fish farmer and hear what he has for us. As someone keeping fish in his backyard.
So one of the benefits of raising fish at the backyard is you know that's food security. This one, you know how the fish is being raised for your own personal consumption. You know how the fish is being raised and the protein content of it. Fish also serve as pets to you, or which you can derive your pleasure from. Because sometimes here, when you come and you are feeling bored, the way they feed, their movement, the way they swim inside and other stuffs, that one alone, with that one, you can derive pleasure from it. So as I was saying, you can keep them as pets, serve as pets to you as a human. So you can derive your pleasure from it, the way you feed them and the way they consume the feed and the way they swim inside. And also when you are changing the water, other stuffs, it also gives you the education to also generate income. It helps you to generate income in such a way that when so you begin to make profit when you're able to harvest. So during harvesting time that you make profit, it doesn't give you immediate cash, but it's a nice investment that someone can invest the money into. It's just like you sending your money to the bank and order this. You can equally put your money into this. Within 3 to 4 months, maximum of 5 months, the income you are going to get in. I can even encourage you to even leave the banking system and come to this. And because the amount of money you're going to generate, if you analyze it well, if you go and keep your money in there, depend on the kind of account you go and open for yourself. But if you do this one within some short period of time, you're able to generate income to take out your profit, then the capital of which you can reinvest into it. And into the fish industry is very good.
Before you start fish farming, you need to decide the type of fish that you will grow. We grow so many type of fish, but basically in here we grow catfish. They are very good and they are easy to grow. So catfish can grow faster and they grow in most situations. Another one is tilapia. Tilapia is loved by many people and you can simply grow tilapia and make money. Having known the type of fish to grow, your fish setup is so important. There are several pond systems that we use, but basically we have the cage system where pests or cages are kept in big or big water bodies like sea, rivers, and then the fish are confined there, provided with feed, and manage them till they grow. This is very simple, and there's no water changing here because the natural water changes itself in here, but it requires intensive care. We also have earthen pond where the earth is dark, and then you put in the water and the fish. This place needs place that has high water holding capacity where the water will not go underground. It is very good for catfish and it is mimicking natural water bodies. So fish, especially catfish, grows very well there. We also have glass pond where ornamentalists or people keep fish for beautification. Those doing point and kill also keep fish. Those restaurants and top bars, they use glass to keep fish. We also have plastic ponds where you can have plastic. The plastic could be from polytank or whatever type of plastic to raise fish. More importantly, we also have concrete pond where concrete materials such as bricks, iron rods, cement is used to construct a pond and keep the fish there and raise them. This is also very important and fish grow faster, but it also needs good care. If you don't care very well and don't care very well, it kills fish. Now, what is common and very simple and beginner friendly is the tarpaulin pond, where tarpaulin materials are made. You sew tarpaulin, put metal frames or whatever frame you use to keep it standing. Then you keep the water in there and you have your fish. This is beginner friendly. It is easy to set up. It is less costly. And as a beginner, you can start with this. When you learn the do's and don'ts of fish farming, you can scale up to other types or methods of fish farming. This is very important and you can easily learn this. Water quality is so important when you are going to raise fish. You need to know how to test your water to be sure that the water has all or the right water parameters, such as the pH, oxygen, the salt level, the temperature. All these require fish to grow. So you need to test this to know. But if you don't have test kits, you can also observe the water, observe the behavior of the fish to be able to tell whether the fish is can stay in that water or not.
And in feeding your fish, we have several types of fish which you can use. Apart from the pelleted fish feed, where the fish feed is pelleted into different or various sizes, ranging from 1.0 mm to 8.0 mm, depending on the size and age of the fish. The smaller the fish are, the smaller feed you should use. And the bigger the fish are, the bigger feed you should use. For instance, fish that are above 5 months are bigger enough to take the 8 mm. Even the 8 mm or the sinking feed or the floating feed, let's see how our fish are going to respond to the feed. And the type of feed that we are going to use is the 8 mm. That's the 8 mm. It is the last pelleted feed. You see, I can't tell the feed, but the detected that I'm going to eat. Yeah.
When you're going to stock your fingerlings, make sure that you get the fingerling from good service and then also acclimatize them. That is, put the fish in the container, put it in the water, then for the fish to swim inside. This is very good and it supports the fish to grow faster. So getting strong and active fingerlings is one of the success that you can take.
Helps to keep you busy. It prevents you from going to enter into things that are not necessary. Because with this one, it automatically makes you busy. Because in the morning you have to come first. You come, it's not just about coming to pour the feed inside. No, you have time, at least minimum of 20 minutes to 30 minutes you should have for them. When you come and check the machines and see whether all these machines are working well. You check and see whether all these machines are working well. This is filtration system, whether that one is functioning well. Then you check the oxygen pump to see whether that one too, everything is properly working well. Then aside that one, then you don't just throw the feed instantly like that. You measure the feed, you look at the quantity that you're supposed to give to them, and you don't just pour the feed once. You pour it small small and observe them, because when you throw the feed it might be more than their consumption. So if you just throw all the feed inside once, they will take the quantity that they will take, then the remaining one they will leave it there, making the ammonia content to grow higher, and which can lead to death. So sometimes if you find death happening in your farm, if you have begun to record high depth, it means that your ammonia content can be one of the greatest factors, and which can be caused by the feeding. One, you waste the feed. Two, causing the fish to also die as a result of what? High cost of ammonia. So as I was saying, so it keeps you busy. When you come, it's step by step. You first check the machines to see whether they are functioning very well. Then from there you check inside and see whether you have debt or not. If you check that you don't have any debt record, then you now go ahead by checking the feed, the quantity of feed to be given to them at a time. And it depends on their stage. You can feed them, you can divide the feed. You can do your mathematics, their daily consumption. If you can divide it into three, so morning, afternoon, evening, or you can divide their daily consumption into two, morning and evening, in order for you to get a proper yield. So that's what I will encourage.
As a beginner, you are likely to face challenges. Some include fish dying, that's mortality, and this could be caused by high accumulation of ammonia, overfeeding, overstocking, poor pond management. If you're able to do your homework very well, learn how to feed your fish, how to make sure that there's no high ammonia, then you're going to have successful fish farming with less challenges. That is why there's a need to have the recycled aquaculture system or the RAS. This is total optional, but this can help you produce your fish without much challenges. And like I said, tilapia is so important and so good, and it can get you money faster. However, catfish grow faster than tilapia. Catfish can grow within 6 months. You can raise them to maturity. That is 1 kg. But tilapia, unless 9 months. And before you harvest your fish, you need to look for your markets. Marketing before harvesting is so important. Get those who will buy your fish before you harvest them. And when you're going to harvest your fish, don't feed them that day and reduce the water level to minimum so that you can easily harvest the fish. So you can use coupon that can harvest them, take them to the market and sell your fish. And like I told you, get the market before harvesting. Because remember, fish is perishable. So if you don't get your market ready and you harvest them, you are likely to die. That can cause a lot of disaster and financial loss. So doing your homework very well is very important.